Hello everybody, welcome to our first video class for B2 Compact First. Now remember to pause the video when I ask you. This could be to do an exercise or perhaps just to give you time to think or read. Now I know a couple of you haven't got the book. If that is the case, well, contact me with through email, and I'll try and send you something that will help you do the lesson. Okay? So today we're looking at something quite appropriate, technology, what we're using now. Okay, pretty important these days, I'm sure you'll agree. We're going to start off by looking specifically at technology collocations. Collocations. Remember, these are words that go together. Okay, words which are pretty important, okay, to know, to help us with the B2 exam, but also to help us communicate and sound more natural. Okay, so to start off, let's look at some verb and noun collocations. Open your book on page 69. 69. Okay, look at exercise 1. Okay, in exercise 1 we have 8 verbs in box A and 8 nouns in box B. What we need to do is to connect the verb or match the verb to the noun to make common technology collocations. So let's just check we know the words. Okay. The first one, attach. Attach. Join. Okay. Browse. I'm sure you know it. Browse from looking for. Okay. Looking for. Carry out. Carry out means to do something. To do a process. Charge. In this context, charge means to give power to something. Here's my charger. Prove. Important. Remember, prove in English usually means to demonstrate that something is true. Okay, we use evidence to show that something is true. It does not mean to try something or to sample something. Okay, run. Run, in this context, means to put into operation or to control. You run a business, for example. Store. Store means to keep something, usually in a safe place. Not in my case, I just throw everything in a drawer. But there you go. Undo, well, we know what do is. Undo is to reverse the activity. Now let's look at the nouns. A change you have made. Okay, data on a hard disk. I think we know what that is, but here is my hard disk. Okay. Often we use USBs, but in this case a hard disk. An experiment in a laboratory. A file to an email. A file is a piece of information, usually, like a Word document, or it could be an image, a photograph, a JPEG, to an email. Okay? A mobile phone, a program. Notice the spelling when in English, a program, when we refer to a computer, we spell with just the M. When it's a television program, we put double M-E at the end. Okay? Finally, the last two, a theory and websites. Okay? So, match the verbs in box A with box B. Pause the video. Okay, so we're back. Let's see. Let's check our answers. So, attach. Yes, attach a file to an email. Okay? Perhaps if you're going to send me some work, you could attach a file, a Word document, to your email and send it to me. Browse. Well, browse websites. Okay? What's your favourite website to browse? Which websites do you browse often? Think. I use the BBC very often. I enjoy browsing the BBC because I can find lots of interesting information. Let's move on. Carry out. Carry out an experiment. Yes, to do an experiment. Charge. I'm sure you got this one. Yeah, charge a mobile phone. Prove. Remember, I said prove is to demonstrate. So you prove a theory, maybe by carrying out experiments. Run. Run, in this context, run a program. Okay? Or run an operating system. Store. Well, remember our hard disk? We store data. We store data on a hard disk. Okay. What's next? Undo. Well, last one. So undo a change you have made. Okay. So those are some common technology collocations. Let's move on to part 2. We're still working with collocations. In part 2, we have 7 sentences. Okay? For each sentence, we have 4 options. Okay? Surprisingly, A, B, C, and D. Very original. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. Okay? Remember, the words will often be similar. Okay? But you need to think which word collocates with some of the information in the sentence. Okay? So now, pause the video. Do the exercise. Okay? Shall we check the answers? Right, well, number 1. What do you think? Zena's voice was very... That's right, A, faint. Okay, faint, not loud. Okay, faint. Pale, for example, would be a pale skin. Dull would be my voice is very uninteresting. Well, and faded, we often use, well, this is white, but we might use it for our jeans if they are losing colour. So you see different things with different ideas. Let's go through the others a bit more quickly. 2. Close any, that's right, applications. Close any applications. 3. It's easy to display the text on the screen, the computer screen. Okay. 4. My PC, oh God, crashed. Okay, crashed. Buildings collapse, cars get scratched, and paper folds, or businesses. PCs crash. Number 5. This is some mathematics. 13 times 17. Option C. Okay? Times means multiplied. Okay? Number 6. The accident was caused by a combination. Yeah? Combination. 2 things working together. Okay? A combination of poor maintenance and human error. So that's option C. Number 7. I have problems with number 7 because I think the book is perhaps not in line with modern technological advances. In this case, advances by people wanting to destroy your computer. The answer is D, bug. I've got a computer bug. Okay, but now we also know about computer worms. Okay, that a kind of malware which can infect your computer. So the real answer is bug, but I think worms is acceptable. Okay, so this kind of exercise, or these kind of differences, are tested in the first part of the Reading and Use of English B2 exam. Okay? Remember, let's look at part 1. Here's some instructions. Remember, we can prepare by noting collocations in our notebooks or vocabulary records. Yeah? Scientific discovery, as we've seen here. Prove a theory. My PC, computer, MacBook, whatever, crashed. Remember, sometimes the collocation or sometimes the gap might refer to a word before or a word after. Okay, so make sure you read the whole sentence. But let's do an example together. Okay, let's think about satellites. Okay, satellites up there, above, circulating around, are everywhere. Can you think of different uses for satellites? Pause. Let's share our ideas. What did you think? Okay, for me, I thought about, for example, the weather. Satellites perhaps help us understand the weather, or communications, obviously with mobile phones. Maybe some other things like spying. I think some governments use satellites to spy on others. Research, very often, maybe research out to space or down on the Earth. Different options. What did you have? Well, let's quickly read the text. Remember, we always read the text first. Don't worry about the spaces. We just want to get a general understanding. Okay? So, pause the video and read the text. Pause. Okay, so, did the text include your answers? Yeah, a couple of mine were there. Weather forecasting. Yeah, remember we used the word forecasting, not predicting, forecasting. Weather forecasting was there, for example. Now, it's your turn. Let's complete the text. Okay, let's just read some advice. It says here, number 4, the example answer forms a collocation with the word rocket. Okay, why? Well, launched, the word launched, option B, is used with rocket. We launch a rocket. Okay, we fly a plane, for example, not a rocket. And so on. Different options. Okay, so very often it's a good idea to read through and see if you can identify possible collocations. Let's look at this text. Underline the words before or after each gap that you think your answer is going to collocate with. Okay? Pause the video, then we'll check. Pause. Okay, so what do you think? Well, in number 1, yes, positioning system. It's probably going to be related to the word positioning system. Number 2, what do you think is the collocation going to be? It's going to be a noun, yes. Emergency, What about number 3? Yes, it's going to be maybe one of these compound noun type ideas. Space, Number 4, here the collocation comes afterwards. Space. Think about the option. Number 5. Okay. here it's the before and after. See objects 10 more clearly. Okay, so 10 more is the key area. Okay, number 6, phone calls. Okay. Number 7, the internet. I think you can probably imagine what the answer could be, but maybe not. And number 8, TV programs. Also notice the preposition, very useful to remember to check that the dependent preposition is correct. In this case it's from, so TV programs, from. Okay, so there are your clues, okay, your ideas. Now I'd like you to complete the text with the correct option. Remember, write the word into the space and then just so that when you finish you can read through and check that it flows well, it sounds good. Okay? Well, so I'd like you to do that now, and I'd like you to put the answers on a piece of paper, maybe in a file, attach the file to an email and send it to me so that I can check it, and I'll send it back telling you how many you got right and how many not. I'm sure you'll get 8. Okay, so that's it for today. Remember, the amazing world of satellites. They're here to help us with this and many other things. I hope you're well. I hope that you're not going too crazy, being inside all the time. And remember, wash your hands, stay indoors, and most important, stay safe. Goodbye.